Okay, everything should be good. Hopefully someone got to hear everything. Oh, I forgot a couple things. Yeah. These. At least one of these. I'll just keep forgetting to bring Mini Max out. Keep forgetting. All right. So, look, we got this in front of us. Literally nothing has changed. I haven't done anything. So we're going to disassemble it and we're going to start working on the front feet. First things first, I do actually kind of like it following me over to the toolbox. Because it's, I don't know, it's just kind of nice. Open the toolbox at the beginning. Think about it, just store this right here, and I'm good. All right. Tools. All the marking paraphernals. Now I think about it, I could probably put the wax in there too. Get Mini Max up in there, and the Mando on the corner. All right. So, front feet are what we're doing today. And now let's lock it back down. Are you seeing me? You seeing me? Of course not. Just, there we go. I don't know if I trust you just yet. Nope. Yeah, of course you didn't. Okay, there we go. That's at least good enough. At this point, if it's locked and it's in a decent place, we're good. All right, so we do have to tear her apart. Actually, I may have left it loose enough to not even need the hammer. Or this side likes to lock in. Give me a second here. Just do it the old-fashioned way. There we go. There we go. And, well, this side is much easier to do. Because this one is loose, this one is just barely tight. Really doesn't require much of anything at all. I mean, it's tight enough that you got to knock it, so that's good. All right. We will need these. We do not need this. So let's stack accordingly. Okay, big wide boy. We will need this though. So let me pull out the piece of wood that we do need to be working on as well. Get your vice faces down here. Wide boy. And we got you. Yay! We're actually doing something. All right. So what we're doing today is making what I'm calling front feet. These little scoop guys, we're going to have one coming off each side here so that we have a little front foot to vise down on. We're going to make it out of this here, this last little piece of wood. We only need a foot of it. 6 inches should do for each foot. It gives us enough material to through tenon. Hey, Life and Pain. Hey, how you doing? I don't know if you were here for the opening, but I've got music now for that long, droll, boring portion where nothing is happening. Get a foot here. Can we get a foot out of this side? Kind of, but I'm worried about that. I don't think it'll be that big of a problem though. We can get a foot on each side and dot, yeah, because this knot's going to be going that way just by the way it's growing. We should probably use this side. How are you doing there, Life? That's what we're going to cut to. I am really liking having marking stuff all just sitting there, so that I can just get it out of the way. I don't have to worry about it rolling off the table anymore. Oh good, I did actually reference to the square side. Yeah, I thought I'd at least put some music in so that it is a little bit better for the Wes getting his coffee portion / tea portion of the stream. It will also play if we have a lunch break. It will play during the lunch break as well, so which is nice. Okay, so that chunk's all we need out of here. And then we're going to save this for a super secret project that I like to call my turning saw. All right. That is all we needed from there. Remind me, have you been here since we, oh, well that's good. I need to refinish this one. I noticed it started sliding up, so I need to re-oil and wax it. But we've been getting some progress done with a bunch of weird little projects here. Like the Dutch tool chest now is mostly organized on top, so I can just pull whatever chisel I want. It's not in a tool roll anymore. This is the only thing I don't quite like about bot is, my OBS bot, is that I'm never quite certain if it's locked or not. I'll just do it this way. Yeah, I already have a, well, I already have, it comes with a Type C. You do need a 3.0, I think a 3.0 to run it though. It does come with a Type C cable, so you don't have to worry about that. A C to A, I should say. I don't know why I'm calling it OBSBot. I guess it's just, it's faster than OBS bot. All right. Yeah, it comes with like a standard, like, the input it has is a Type C, but the cable is a Type C to Type A, which is the standard USB thing. So you don't need any kind of real adapter to plug it into anything as long as you have a standard USB. It doesn't come with a long USB-C to A cable, but it does come with a cable. Tell you the truth, someone gave me a gift card and I was like, well, that's going, and it was substantial enough that I was like, I'll just get that with the gift card. Yep, that is going to be tough wood right here, but we'll get through it. Tough wood. I mean, it's not even going down. Jesus. Okay. There we go. And sorry about the spamming. I gotta work on the spacing of all of those notifications on in a StreamerBot. But what we're doing right now is making little tiny front feet to come perpendicular off of the feet. So, and once those are done and fitted, we'll be doing a bow tie insert to cover up a knot on the top and gluing it together and calling it a day. And we will have a vise, a big Moxon vise. Yeah, like I said, I got to work on the timing of it. In fact, I may cut a couple of them out because like the Discord one, Discord and Instagram, those are covered by social commands and stuff like that. So I might take it down to just the website. Or put it at like once every 20 minutes so that it like maybe shows up, you know, it shows up once to twice a stream. Or have minimum number of chatters. Since you're the only one who chatted, it shouldn't have even popped up. I thought I put it at a minimum of 10 chatting, like individuals, not 10 chats kind of thing. Let's see if the coffee's at least warm now. Yeah, I agree it's going off too much. Because it annoys me as well. It's like, I don't need to see all this much, especially if I don't have many viewers. Hey, Craftsman, how you doing? We're getting somewhere on this. We're almost done. But then again, anyone who's been around me long enough knows almost done means, what, like 3, 4 more streams? 5 more streams? Who knows? That's all right, that's all right. I'm just glad you stopped by. There we go. You are now into the scrapping piles. You will be used later on my turning saw. Okay, now we just need to bisect this. And it was roughly 12 inches, and I do mean rough. Let me grab you again, because one that I can actually read the numbers on, please. And they also don't need to be perfect, which is good. That's what I'll cut to. Because I still have to plane that side down as well, because this is just an offcut that we didn't use. Da, 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 da. go. Honestly, it's almost all by eye and gut. The closest I have plans is what came in the Vise hardware, but it's for, you know, just a rear chop and a front chop that you just, so based a little bit off of Wood by Right, based a little bit off of, I can't remember his name at the moment. Jesus, I can't think of his name. Beard, scratchy voice. Black hair. Almost chopped his thumb off with a power tool at some point. I can't think of his name. I really can't. He's a YouTuber, but a little bit based off of his, just kind of like, you know, how he built it, and a little bit off of Wood by Right, and putting my own flair into it. And that's a lot of how I do things, is base it off of something I've seen, put my own flair on it, and we're done. Bob's your uncle. The thing is I watch his stuff all the time too. It's not Dustin Penner. It's give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds here. I'm going to step up here because while I do anything with my phone, I can't see chat. Jonathan Katz Moses. There we go. A little bit based off of his, a little bit based off of Wood by Right, and with my own spin on both of them. So John Cat Moses. That's who I was trying to think of. Because, I mean, I got my hardware from Tay Tools, but I mean, basically his cheap version is the Tay Tools kit, but sourcing out all the pieces by yourself instead of just getting it pre-done by Tay Tools. So like getting it from McMaster as individual pieces. One of the things I did pick up definitely from him, so yeah, here's the Tay Tools kit. Is I did buy those special washers. I did, you know, actually go out and get the hemispherical washers so that I can not worry about racking. That was the big thing I got from his, besides like I wanted a tabletop behind it. Well, let's just do this anyways. Usually by the end of a 2-inch deep cut, it's begging for a little more wax. I need to sharpen them here soon anyways. Man, I really need to spread those out. Okay, 1 second. Let's just do something about that now. All right, sorry about this, guys. I'm kind of getting annoyed by those. Okay, sorry about that. No, it's the, they activate after X or this many, after X amount of time with this many people talking. So it's like, they have different time intervals. It's the X amount of people talking. So I spaced out the time intervals and just took off the second requirement because they all activate at the same time. Yeah, and so we're just gonna play around with that, see if that made it any better. But we'll see if that makes it any better and at all. Okay. All right, coffee break. State mandated coffee break. It should be actually hot now. Yep, all right, there we go. We're warm enough that it doesn't need to be on the warmer. That way I can grab it when I feel like I need a drinks. I'm hoping to bang these out pretty thoroughly, at least one of the, like the joinery portion of it, I'm hoping to bang out fairly fast. The curve can take whatever time it wants, but we're just going to mortise and tenon them into these. I didn't even think about this. How tall are these? Blow me away. Random chance wins again. Right to the dovetail shoulder. And I gotta plane this down anyway, so any little, oh, wait. Yeah, so any little inconsistency in the middle is gonna get taken out anyways because this is too rough. Blow me away. Random chance wins again. It's almost like I knew what I was doing. But don't let me saying that I knew what I was doing even for 1 second convince you of that, because that's just random chance. But it'll be nice when this Moxon Vise is glued up and done. the lazy woodworker. That's me. But we got new commands as well here, Craftsman and Life, Bang. I've got exclamation point saws, SAWS, will bring up information about my brass backs. We've got exclamation point workbench, brings up plans and about how I built the workbench. Not the exact workbench I'm working on, but they're the plans I worked off of and modified to my own use because I'm left-handed and I wanted a leg vise. An exclamation point tool chest brings up the plans for the Dutch tool chest. You know, on top of now having hold music on my getting ready to start and be right back screens, you know, just a few quality of life updates for the stream. Okay. A little bit of wax, make sure that the sawdust isn't sitting in the tea. It also keeps it ready to go the next time I pull her out. Okay, so here are our little perpendicular feets. And where's my brush? There you are. So basically the idea is we have these little feet in the back. These are going to get through mortised and be another like swoopty foot out to the side so that we have a securing point in the front as well. Because through design considerations and cutting before thinking, we did not incorporate that into the rear vise chop. And also now the rear vise chop is a good 2 inches off the table anyways, so we're good. I should have planed the top of these first. Should have, would have, could have, does not matter. They're small enough that planing them is going to be fairly easy. Okay. That I really don't need to bring up the plane stop. They're small enough to be able to get caught in the leg vise fairly strongly, I believe. Okay. before we go too far, I don't care about having those marks on there, but like during finishing, because it's a shop project, but I really, really want to know what faces to reference when I'm actually marking out the tenons. That's good enough since I know what way we're orienting things. This face is down because it is already shot and good. I just want to get most of the saw marks off. That'll be good enough. Ugh. We're not done yet with the plane though. Got these nice little ends that we cut that need to be shot. You a little. There we go. Whew. That explains a whole hell of a lot. Okay. me see here. Much better, okay. That explains one hell of a lot right there, okay. Brings all my shot ends into question and continue to makes me... Okay. And this is also the side that had a knot right next to it. I could understand it not wanting to be shot very much. We'll leave you be. I'm just tired. Okay. Okay, maybe I should just buy a shooting plane at this point. Don't ask why. I've had my eye on one for a while. They're getting finickier and finickier on this stuff. Okay, anyway, here's our front feet. Before I start marking anything to anything, let's figure out which way A and B and all that stuff lines up together. The only way that is truthfully useful to me. Okay. A goes into A, and B goes into B. I don't need to put them all the way in, I just need to know which way is which. A, B, which side are, okay. Okay. No screwing up here. Whoa, okay, that was very light. So we need to see what the heck just happened here. O'Marley, thank you for the follow. Let me turn the volume up because I cannot hear. I can just barely hear, I should say. The alarm go off. Thank you for the follow. Soon we'll be cutting that out and putting in a... Okay, so now we've got A's and B's figured out. We know A. We know B is this way, so we want to mark the face that we're doing. Just so I know which face is reference. Get these out of the way for right now. Now we play the Tenon cutting game. Oh wait, duh. Let me get this back on the heater. It's getting cold. All right. Okay. A with A, B with B. Do, 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 do. You. And you. Been a while since I've used marking gauges. Been a long while. All right. You are set to A. This is the side I need it on, so let's go. So basically what I did was I referenced the thickness of the wood I'm tenoning this through. And now we are marking a baseline for the tenon. So that our tenon is nice and square to this material. Okay. Loosen and reset because they may or may not be the same thickness. And I prefer to just assume that nothing is the same thickness. All right, we got baselines for both tenons. These are going to be stout, stubby little boys. I also want to double check this as well on both sides. Okay, we will have to plane a little bit on this side, which is fine. get it to match here. Oh, whoa, 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 okay. Yeah. This side is a little shallow. Well, we can fix this. And yes, oh, I already marked that side. Big deal. I can mark it again. Nothing stops me. I haven't adjusted that yet. But I am a dum-dum for not checking it. In all reality, this side doesn't really matter if it's flat because most of it's not even going to be in touch with the table. So I'm using the jack plane to strip a decent amount of material off first. Okay. Well, we got that done. Check the fit. Just a tiny bit more. And then we'll smooth her, and we'll have no problems. Should have no problems now. All right, so square it up, smooth it out, and we're good. Come on. Okay. Let me check this real quick. Hey, Texas, how you doing? Would help if I could actually check it. I mean, not all that much out of square. We're just working on those mythical front feet. That'll be good enough. Like I said, we're just making sure it doesn't have interference when I put it together. Not necessarily that it's got to be snoog. Is a boog. All right. Just that when I put it together, there's enough clearance that I don't have to worry about it. Yep. And that'll do because this is the flat side. Flat 90 and good. Oh. Okay. Now we need to remark this, because we effectively erased it when we planed. Okay, there. So now, we have what are effectively going to be 90-degree feet to the legs. So what I'm doing here, Texas, because it's all kinds of screwball and hair wire. These are the legs for the Moxon vise, and these are just hold-fast points. I need a couple hold-fast points in the front, so we're going to be mortise and tenoning a couple of them to go right through, and then just scoop out and make hold-fast points. So that we've got 4 hold-fast points wherever we need them. They're really going to be only about that far sticking out. In all honesty, that might be like almost level with the desk, which is good, or with the thing, which is good. All right, so what we do now is start actual joinery. How big do we want these? And tenoning. We're going to want them beefy. So let's open this baby up. My guess is about an inch would be good, or 3/4 of an inch. I think 3/4 would probably be good. It is a lot of material to cut off, but and I'm just now realizing that this thing is not straight up and down. Give me 2 seconds here. I'm not running off, I swear. There we go. Just the pin wasn't straight up and down, it was bent at a weird angle. So it was about 1/8 of an inch off. Let's go a little bit further. Let's see what an inch looks like. And yes, I'm being facetious, but an inch looks perfect. Double check that this is center. Of course it is not. Well, hope you start feeling better here, Texas. Get a little bit better. Let's see, wear pirate hat. Now I see slime has showed up, and a hydrant. These are hopefully, okay, yeah, it looks like it's got, let me get the Homestar Runner Strong Bad coaster back up. All right. Honestly, it shouldn't make a difference since I'm going to be referencing off the same face if I'm a good boy. So, and plus, like I said, if I'm a good boy. Okay. The key to this stuff is always reference off your reference faces. Okay, well that's the thickness of it. Two hats. Oh, Jesus. I didn't bring that many out. Give me 2 seconds. All right. Blah, 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 blah. Let me get the Stacko hat. But thank you, dear. I was starting to decipher that. Do. You can only go up to 4. All right, there we go. Now, let's get this one cut. Oh, so many hats, so little time. Let me get this in my hand the way I want it, and we will cut it this way. She can get all the channel points she ever wanted in all reality, but yeah, if you want it to work that way. Oh, whoa, 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 that's like a leaning tower of Pirata. Leaning Tower of Pirata. Okay. Oh. That's interesting. All right. We're going to set these down over here real quick. Whew. Well, at least keep one on for right now. Oh, is there actually like a chill down on, or a cool down on, I guess Twitch has one. That looks stout enough, and that's at least putting enough material that I'm not worried. Okay. Like I said, we're cutting the tenons and the mortises to fit each other, so I'm not too worried. Oh, we're doing okay. Working on other things, so in the background, like I'm going to be building some leather armor for LARP here soon, so we kind of figured all that kind of stuff out and just been going at it since then. All right. Now comes the fun part. me get my saws. Both saws. Okay, so we at least have the tenons marked out. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Put my gauges back where they will not fall off. This is the table. Don't really need you at the moment. Do. Okay, what do we got? Cross. This is probably the rip, right? Yep, rip. Okay. Let's do the crosses first. Bringing out the big boy. All right. Okay. Whoa. Yes, I did make the mallet. I don't have a mallet, but I don't have a mallet command, but yeah, I was in a fraternity in college. I did make it. It's a walnut handle, Osage orange head. It's that same old Paul Sellers design, like it is wedged up at the top. It should never slide its way off because it is wider at the top than it is at the bottom. There we go. But it's the first thing I made with hand tools, and it is indispensable. Mallet command doesn't exist. That's why that one's not working. Exclamation point saws talks about SAWS, talks about the brass backs. Gotcha. Just to make me talk. Just to make me gabber on. We're back to joinery again, finally, guys. Cutting tenons. I mean, it works. It works, dear. Well, we're never going to actually hit this block, so might as well give us the benefit of the doubt here. Might as well do this too. Give me a definite line I can see, so I know I should stop. Just that scratch mark is a little faint in the shadow on this side. Do. But I was in a fraternity in college, Beta Sigma Psi, actually the National Lutheran Fraternity. We were known as the smart kids, in all honesty, because we had regulated or mandated study hours. So, but yeah, I was actually in a fraternity. I'm probably one of the calmer people that came out of fraternity life. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. There. Okay, let's mark this. There we go. Architectural engineering, civil engineering, structural engineering kind of stuff. My associate, or not associates, my bachelor's is in architectural engineering. My master's is in civil structure with an emphasis in structural engineering. How much I actually use that right now is a different story, but yeah, no. Let's just say civil engineering is actually a super flooded market. It is. Like actual civil engineering, there so many people decided to do it all at once, basically. But it is a good degree to have for a lot of other jobs. But the actual, like, designing buildings, designing roads and all that, civil engineers are almost a dime a dozen right now. Yet a little bit further. I would think that takes more brain power than what I do. Or okay. Are you kidding me? I thought I had to fully cut out. Okay, face is cut. Next, like I said, we're just going to gang this because right now we're cutting faces and then we're going to cut the faces down. Hoping that there'd be jobs to upgrade. It's more or less that, like I said, there's a lot of us and there's not a lot of, like, there's more than there's needed, I guess is the point. Now, if we did start actually trying to upgrade infrastructure with actual gumption to do it, could probably need a lot of the structural engineers and civil engineers and highway engineers and stuff like that, but also it became a lot, I don't want to say it like I'm some sort of know-all, but the advent of the computer kind of streamlined the necessity of having a lot of structural engineers, because, believe it or not, computer programs can, like, as long as you know what you're inputting and you know how to input it, you can do a lot more projects in a day than ever before. Structural analysis programs are great. They do stuff real fast. Fancy feller. Because of my, you say so. All right. Because of the hat. Now that's my, as I like to call it, my pirate captain model hat, or my Hollywood pirate hat, because it's got all the baubles and doohickeys. Honestly, if I even go to a reenactment, I almost never wear my hats for Age of Piracy, because they're almost entirely historically inaccurate tricorns. I mean, people did wear them, but sailors almost never did. Somebody wants some wax? Is that what they're saying? You want a little wax? Here you go. You want to perform better too? Thank you, Slime. I think you're the first person to pick up on the actual, like, the Greeks on the back of these sweatshirts, though, here, Texas. Okay, guys, we're going to test out a new feature here. There's actually people here. I'm going to be back in 2 seconds getting a new cup of coffee. Guys, tell me whether or not the music is too loud. right, we're back. We're back. I have actually done a keg stand. I think 15 seconds was my record. We also built kegamids. I mean, I like the music, so it's probably staying. I might just turn it down a little. And yeah, it did give kind of a Skyrim vibe when I was trying to figure out what I liked. I'm not gonna lie, it did give a little bit of a Skyrim vibe. That you know of. No. But yeah, no, definitely, because we were out of Rala by then. Oh, geez. Okay, well, let me do this real quick. Make sure that, clean those off. Now I need to make an emote like that. That would be a good one for one of the emotes, because I just realized I have just straight up follower emotes at this point that I need to start working on at some point. An audio redeem might be a good one. A little more specific. What do you mean by these? Texas. Oh, okay. Those are pretty good. D's nuts. Those are pretty good. Are you soliciting someone to design emotes, or? I'm not trying to be mean, but I mean, I'm not against it. I'm just, those are pretty good. I do need someone to help me with animated ones in particular. Gotcha. Are they yours, or, and i.e., where'd you get them from, kind of thing? Or who did them for you? Stop jumping out of the track. Stay in your track. Stay in your lane, saw. Gotcha. Right now I've done all of mine. Most of them are just me taking a picture of something and negating out the background. Oh, I might try that fish. Come on. All right. Now. Gotcha. Just a little bit more. Okay, shoulders are cut. Time to cut faces, which means get rid of this saw and stay with the rip saw time. Let's make it easy on me. All right, so I can see two different sides of the line at once. All right, let's see what we can do. And I know you guys probably can't see it because these lines are faint, but I'm staying to the outside of the actual lines on the face. And we'll be trimming to fit later. Mainly because then I have less. You know what would help is if I actually treated my saws right. You know, at least take them out to a dinner before I put them to work. But I'm staying just outside the lines I marked on the faces. Just to help facilitate making the faces actually plumb, because I can correct myself if I'm just outside, and then I can come down with a chisel later. Yeah, no, we are not doing pull-ups on this thing. I will hit my head on the, like, it is only like 5 inches deep at most. I can't get my head above that. Pun alert? Oh geez. That would kill me. Too many puns. Too many puns in my mind. Maybe push-ups. We could do that. I'm also using a much too small saw for what I'm doing right now. I am sawing left-handed. Do you mean saw right-handed? I am actually a southpaw. This is not a reflected stream here. Can I saw right-handed? No. Okay. Here you are making fun of me. Yeah, the bench is set up for a left-hander. Vise is set up for a left-hander. I am actually left-handed. Which is real fun when you see me pull out the Stanley 45, which is made for right-handed people. Okay. Not really yet. I mean, I've had to deal with it all my life. Believe it or not, I have a left-handed circular saw. Because that's about the only tool in the power tool world that you actually need left-handed. If you're a lefty. Most everything else is ambidextrous, actually. Okay. Oh, I know that. That's why I don't use yellow ones. Where is it? See? This is a left-handed one. They're black. Left-handed pencil. See? Very true. Texas, you get it. You do get it. Actually, that's a good question. No, yeah. I mean, I'm just making the joke that you said a yellow number 2, and I exclusively use Murado Black Warrior. But no, yeah, the lettering is upside down for a left-handed person. So the idea behind leaving the tenon a little fat is we're going to make the mortise be 1 inch exact, and then we'll just shave the thickness down until it fits. So we get a nice, good, snug fit for the mortise and tenon. Oh, yeah. And when I say I'm keeping them a little fat, think like a 16th to a 32nd. Hey, I have explained that one to you several times. Left-handed people really do have that problem. It's a matter of a dominant trait. I don't know what it is, but most every left-handed person I've talked to, left and right, it's not that we're telling you the wrong direction. It's that dominant side is right hand for most people. So like, for whatever reason, a left hand turn half the time turns into turn right. And then we're like, no, wait, left. I don't understand. I understand the phenomenon, but I also, it's kind of a weird one that like, we're going off of our dominant hand, and like for whatever reason, we also associate it with, there we go. Woo, we are getting way better at cutting tenons. Way better. Okay, 1 second. That is a little bit tight on the blade. Boop, boop. Come on. Am I still? Oh, come on. There we go. I'm hearing it now. Up. There we go. Ooh. Look at that big old fat tenon. I could. That's actually easier for me than anything because like it's completely disassociated with dominant and indominant hands. I could be really confusing and use the correct terms for the time period of piracy, larboard and starboard instead of port and starboard. That's actually, I want to say 19th, no, it's either the 18th or 19th century that they changed it to port because, well, you had engines now. You couldn't just hear larboard and starboard. You had engines and all you heard was bird. And you're like, right, left, I don't know. So they changed it to port so that you had 1 syllable for left, 2 syllables for right. A lot of steam engine will do. Up. Being a dum-dum. Angle it so you get those nice cuts. Just the West. I know weird stuff like that too, which is yeah. Exactly. It's kind of a similar problem. But yeah, until engines were around, yeah, it was larboard and starboard. Okay. Uh-oh, I hear movement. Yeah, this one's going to definitely be a little fat at the base. Oops. steer that one back on track. Now we'll fix it on the other side, I guess. It's not that off track, it's just... Woo! At least it's off track on the conservative side. Always sawing in the waist. Always sawing in the waist. And what I'm doing here is I've got two lines to follow so that I know I'm at least safe on both sides. And I come back on this side and I establish this side, and it kind of helps negate any problems. Like that. Then down that track of not knowing how to follow a line, fine, cool. We said either way we're going to have to come back and make them pretty anyways. All right, loosen. Orient to 90. Tighten. Stand up. Woo! Ah. Hey, Avarian, how you been? Sorry, you snuck in on me there. I was just been sawing away at a couple tenon faces. So what we're doing here, still working on my Moxon vise. Here are the legs, basically. And what I'm doing, the tabletop slides in this way, rear vise slides in that way. We've got little feet back here. What I'm doing is adding in perpendicular feet that way. And I'm just going to mortise and tenon into the legs. And we should be good with that. All right. I've been using this stuff very liberally, and it's been over a year, so I already like it. All right. Just hard paste wax. Technically, this one is from Wood by Right. He sells it for like $8 or something like that. And I said mostly because I don't want to have to make it myself. I know how to, I just don't want to. Should be getting fairly close here. Ah, okay, there's a little bit on the back side there. There we go. Another chunklet. Oh, wait. Duh. We got another face to do. This guy does need a sharpening here soon. I can tell. We'll get through this first. Might sharpen off screen. Just because it squeaks like a madman when I sharpen. There we go. Faces. Ah. All right. Ah. Yes, they are ugly. I know. Oh, look at that. Wax just burned in on there. Okay. Now that the faces have been thrown in, I can mark down the depth on each side. There, okay. Well, so far it's been a fairly simple build. I put it off forever. I've had the hardware for it for at least a year now. Okay, got those lines in. Gonna go back to the crosscut saw here in a second. Let me cut me some trenches. All right, trenches cut. Back to the cross cut. One of the projects I need to do is change the color of the handles. Like strip this off, like make one, I don't know, walnut, one some other color, and just so that I can tell rip and cross cut from a distance. Hey, Kat, how you doing? Give in, G-I-V-E. It probably is hard to read from that distance, but it's supposed to be don't give in to your vices. I'm going to start having fun with that and just putting random messages every once in a while. You know, because it seems like it'd be a fun thing to do. And a nice homage to the Woodwright shop. Yeah, it would be a bad thing if I got stuck inside one of my vices. I mean, wood's full of fiber, so I guess it might be a good thing. Oh. Oh, chewed that up a little bit, but that's the backside. Nobody cares about the backside. Nobody gonna see it. Plus. I don't have a plus for that. That's what it is. Yeah, it's just cherry. Not like cherry. Have you ever had like cherry smoked barbecue? Or cherry, like salmon served on a cherry platter or something like that. There's like a woody flavor to it, but it'll have a sweeter flavor than like say hickory or mesquite. Okay, where are we at over here? Lift and whoop, 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 whoop. We're good. I'm not even sure what that works like. What if you drink more coffee and circle all the way back around to chill? I'm confused. Are you saying I need to go to like Fry from Futurama levels of like coffee? 100 cups in a weekend? Okay, all right, crosscut's going back. Back to the rip and cut. Rip and cut. Yeah. just a little bit taller. There we go. Yeah. Also, actually, let's drop her down a little bit. We're getting too much vibration. Not the good vibrations either. A little too low. There, we always want it just a little above the bench. Might be that really dense wood right next to the nut earlier. I think we might be stopping after we get the tenons roughed out here, guys. Chunklet. Oh. Never going to be good at that. Okay, yeah. Wax her up. She's fighting. Like I said, I also, after I get done roughing these out, I need to throw this into the vise and sharpen because she's acting a little obstinate. Shouldn't be this difficult, is all I'm going to say. Yeah, 2 points. But yeah, it shouldn't be that difficult to saw, so we're gonna sharpen this guy. Sharpen her up. Sharpen the rip saw up after this. But I think we're gonna be done here just because we're making progress. And I think this will be a stout enough connection to make the foot out of. We'll just kind of free form a little S curve out so that we got front feet. There we go. There we go. No points. Off the rim and at the back. Come on. Yeah, you're getting dull. No points either. Oh, whew. But with that, I am, well, I mean, like pretty much at a stopping point. Because the next thing we're going to do is measure out where the mortises need to be, put the mortises in, and then make the tenons in the mortise fit nicely together. But we're just moving right along here with this, guys. We will definitely, hopefully, maybe, yeah, think of how much I am confident. It's going to be done soon, though, because the mortise is much easier. We're just going to drill it out, square it up, and then we're going to pare down these tenons until they mate, you know, and also pare down some of these shoulders where it's not quite flush with each other. Just get them to mate, form out the feet, put everything together basically, except like there's one last like weird thing after this, after getting the front feet done, and that is we are going to put a bow tie into where this knot was, so that I have a nice little accent mark basically. But with that, guys, I think we probably should call this day a quits, because we've got a bunch of other things we got to be doing. Oh, Butterwooter. But we're just going to call you Bud for right now, because I can't say words. Did not see you stop in. Thank you for stopping in here, though. Let's see who we can find. Oh, you know what? We're going to go say hi to one of my friends here. Hansa. He's at the Forge. He's a Czechoslovakian, I believe, Czechoslovakian blacksmith. I really enjoy watching his stuff, so we're going to raid into him right now. It's been a while since I've been able to raid into him. Sorry for the armpit. Here, we'll do this. Okay, now it's moving because... All right, say hi to Hansa for me, guys. He's actually really fun, really energetic, and he will amaze you guys.